Your thoughts on Buddhism, which I think you've said before is almost like a cousin to your belief system. What are your thoughts on Buddhism?
Buddhism is, you could say, an advanced education system in reference to mastering the machine, the human body, the mind, the senses, dealing with desire. Philosophically, the difference is that with Buddhism, there is really not God.
I saw that.
It's you become enlightened and you are now free of desire, which is identified as the source of all suffering.
Yeah.
And so the idea is that once you hit that enlightenment, then you want to help others. So like, especially Tibetan Buddhism, there's the idea of bodhisattva, that now you are enlightened, but then you are compassionate. You want to reincarnate to teach this knowledge.
Yeah.
It is also atheistic, you could say, because Nirvana is interestingly the same as voidism, meaning you're becoming zero.
Yeah.
You're going to the place of no forest, Nirvana, no forest. So
Nirvana? No?
Yeah, Vana means forest, Nir means no more forest.
No forest.
Yes.
Clear, nothing.
Yes, meaning zero.
Almost nihilism, maybe.
Yes, something of that nature. So we are living beings, and the consciousness or spirit, it can never be cut to pieces, burnt, or killed. This is second chapter teaching of Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
So eternal. So it's an impossibility to become nothing.
Okay.
But the idea is that there's a problem in this house, and if you want to solve the problem, just destroy the house. It's not the best logic. But Buddha was serving a purpose in that the Vedas had been compromised by indiscriminate animal slaughter. And so to save the people who were saying, well, it's in the scriptures, we can kill animals, they were not even performing the proper sacrifices. Like today, we don't sacrifice the animals, we just buy them at the butchery, at the spa and whatnot. So then he taught ahimsa, non-violence, and he rejected the Vedas. So basically creating atheism or people to defect from the body of wisdom. But then after Buddha, because he had moved the people from the Vedas, he protected them from deviating. They're following him. He's an incarnation of God. So they're still following God, but they've just stopped doing those bad rituals.
Sure.
Then because he taught voidism, his philosophy also had to be defeated. So it was driven out of India by a personality known as Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya is Shiva.
Okay.
Shiva is deputed now. You go and get the people back to the Vedas. So he taught impersonalism. It's all one. You are God. I am God. Brahman. I am that Brahman.
Yeah.
So people like that idea. I'm God. You are God. I don't have to be accountable to you. Or
This is Siddhartha still.
No. This is now Shankaracharya. Shiva.
Okay.
So he kicks Buddhism out of India.
Yeah.
That's how it then, goes to China, to Japan. And then people are back to the Vedas.
Yeah.
And then Shankaracharya, because he's teaching impersonalism, which is an incomplete doctrine, he becomes challenged and defeated by other teachers like Ramanuja Acharya, Madhvacharya. And ultimately, the full conclusion of the Vedas, like Krishna says, by all the Vedas, by all knowledge, I am to be known. Because I am the knower of the Vedas and I am the compiler of the Vedas. So we are moving from voidism, nirvana, no God, zero. Then it's all one, Brahman, the energy of God. Then we're coming back to theistic conceptions.
Yeah.
And so in Bhagavad Gita, then we're back to there's a supreme person. He manifests in the heart of everyone. He's also pervading everything as Brahman. So Buddhism is very good if you want to learn how to be peaceful, to not be affected too much by desire and attachment. But if you are interested in relationship and love, and these are the emotions which give the deepest happiness. So the theistic conceptions are properly presented in Bhagavad Gita and by a personality. Later we'll discuss such people like who's known as Chaitanya. Is actually Krishna came as a devotee to live like one who is his own servant, to teach us.
Like a Jesus.
Like a Jesus, you could say.
Jesus.
So you touched on the point of if you look at the stories, especially in Christianity, there's a lot of cut and paste that you will find taken from stories from the Hindu or Vedic culture,
Yeah.
from Zoroastrian culture, from what they call pagan.
Yeah.
But one should not be disturbed by the stories, but one should focus on the essence of the message.
Yeah. The principles.
The principles,
Yeah.
the details may vary. And so, just in summary, one would say that the idea is that we are affected by material consciousness.
Yeah.
And we are meant to rise to spiritual consciousness.
Okay.
That is the more natural state of everyone. And so the different religions are different schools where we're supposed to learn about how to rise from material consciousness to spiritual consciousness. So naturally, there will be different professors in the different universities, and they may teach and focus from a different angle.
Yeah.
But the student should see, am I becoming raised from materialistic consciousness to spiritual consciousness?